All right, welcome back to the STEM Club. Um, so we're going to continue from where we stopped. And in our previous class, we discussed about various headers. We talked about divs. We talked about, semantic tags and things like that. In our class today, we're going to be discussing about adding your images to your site. It could be your gallery if you want to add your gallery to your site, adding your images to your site, still under element and structure, adding ordered lists and unordered lists. For those of you that missed the class the last time, so we'll be discussing about adding ordered list and unordered list. So this is the bunch of codes that we did in the previous live class that, okay, let me just present that here and let's check it out. So this code that we see here, it's our unordered list. We call it the unordered list. So under your features, you can just quickly, you can put in the UL code and then you type in LI science, then you close LI. And after you finish putting in all your list or all the list that you need to put in, you close the unordered list. We also have ordered list, and you can see you open the ordered list with OL. And after you're done opening the ordered list, you put in your LI, which shows the list, and then you close OL. So in the unordered list, it gives you like a checkbox or just a dot. But in the ordered list, it gives you numbers. That's how you know what code you're running properly. So now let's check this code and see what it is or the meaning of the code, okay? So let's check and see. All right, so I have it here and this is it. So you see this is the unordered list. This here is the unordered list. You see this? This is the unordered list and this is the ordered list. And then we're going to learn how to input your pictures in your site. Okay, so we're going to be learning that, and that has to do with the imaging code, which is the IMG SRC. Take note of this code. Let's take note of the code. All right, IMG SRC. Now, what do you do for the image that you want to use? You have to store the image. If you're saving your index on the desktop, I always tell you guys to save it on the desktop because it's quite easier to save on the desktop. So if you're saving your image on the desktop, if you're saving your home page, that's the index HTML on the desktop, you should save the same picture on the desktop. And another thing is to also know about the properties. Okay, know about the properties of your picture. So you can see the properties here is a .png. You can see a .png. That's the properties. So it means that this I saved it as Gideon. So in my code, what I'm going to write is the img, that's the image code, src, image source equals, remember to put in your quotation mark, gideon.png. Why? They are both saved on the desktop. Then I put in my width 50% and length 40%. So it depends if you want to make it 100%. Let's try to change this and see um, what happens. Control S. You want to make it 100% and the length, it depends on you. Let's make this length. Let's say the length is no. Let's leave it as 40. All right. So uh, and let's see. I'm going to refresh this now. Do you see this? You see that there's an increase. There's an increase in the picture. There's a big increase in the picture. Do you see that? So um, let's put this back at 50. Control S, and let's refresh. You see that it has reduced. Okay, so let me see. So that is how to input your pictures. So now let's talk about source. Okay, let's talk about source. Now, there's something called the alternate. Um, we call it image alt. That's what we call it. Okay, so we're going to be putting that code here. It means that when you hover across an image, what is the thing that you're going to see on that image? All right, so let's check it out. It's called image alt. So part of being an exceptional web developer is making your site accessible to users of all backgrounds. So in order to make your site more accessible, you need to know things that happens with assistive technologies such as screen readers across images. So if I should open an image, what is this image telling the user? Or what is this image telling the visitor that visits my site? That's what you need to consider. So we have alt. We have an alt attribute. Okay, let me see. So let me just add here, I'm going to add an alt attribute to this, and I will say, let's say, I'll just say alt equals, and I'll put this as lead coordinator and Ctrl S. That's all you need to put in your imaging, right? And Ctrl S. Now, when you open the image tag, you can understand that the tag is closed in between. The tag there is closed in between, so there's no much of a rush there. The tag is closed. All right, so I'm just going to put this here. 1 second. Mhm. And you run your code. So let's see what happens. Let's go back to this, and I refresh, and then I'm going to, let me see what happened. So what that has done is trying to tell this that, oh, this is a lead coordinator on the site. That's what the alt is doing. I think I want to change this photo. I want to change that image. I don't want to use that same image. So what I'm going to do is quite simple. So I want to change the image. I'll go to my file. Okay, I'll go to files, and then let me put this Gideon main. You see this? Okay, that's the image I want to use. I'm going to check the properties now. Let me see properties. This is a .jpg file, and the title is Giddy main. You see that? I put it on the desktop. So I go back here. I'll put it exactly how it is saved. Giddy main dot, say JPG file. Do you understand? And then Ctrl S. So let's check that. Reload, and there, I changed the picture. So depending on what you want to do, I changed the picture there. So it's quite easy. There were two photos. One was cropped, one wasn't cropped. So this is the cropped one. So you might be thinking it's the same. It's not. It's not the same. It's the cropped one. Okay. 1 second. Let me see what's going on here. All right, so, and that is it. So I'm putting my alt as lead coordinator. So I'm telling the site that that is what it means. So let's move over to the next thing. The next thing is, how do you then impute videos? I know that while building a site, it's very important for you to impute videos of your choice or things of your choice, things that are going to make your site more productive and, likewise like that. So how do we do that? How do we impute videos? Quite very easy. Okay, so instead of you using image SRC, I'm going to use, let me see, under here, I'm going to use video SRC. That's the code. And then you input your video, you put your width size, you put your height size, you put in controls or whatever, and then you close video. So let's go and check for a video. Let me see, do I have any videos? Let me see, do I have any videos here? Are there any videos here? And all that. Let me check. Let me just quickly check. Okay, I think I have videos. I have videos. I should have videos. Let me see. I need videos that are quite short. Let me see this. Okay, this is not quite short. Let me see. Length 2 minutes. All right, so this is quite short. Let's use this. I'm going to transfer this to my desktop. I have a video now. I just went to my files, so I'm going to transfer a video from my file and I'll put it here. Remember to always check the properties and how it is being saved. So this video now, I'm going to check the property. So let's check properties. This is .mkv. Do you see that? It's a .mkv file. That's a .mkv. So what I'm going to do, quite simple. I'll go here. Let me rename this. I need to rename it because this is going to be quite hard to, you know, it's going to be quite hard um to use. You understand? So I have to rename this. Let me see here. Renaming it is going to give you more. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay, so trying to rename this and let me see this and okay. So let's see. That has been renamed. So in order for you to rename, you can easily just click on more options or uh, you click on rename using your F2 tag here. Quite easy. So you just click there and then you rename. I'm going to just name this as videos. Okay, so videos, that's what I'm going to call it. And so we go back to our tag here and I'm just going to write videos dot mkv. That's what it showed, right? In the properties. Go back to your properties, properties dot mkv. All right, so just always take note of that. Okay, so videos dot mkv. Then I can put my width size. Let's say the width should be 150 and the height of the video, the length of the video should be, let's say, 100, and then I close my tag. So um, let's say I put my controls, that's also a code, and then in there I put in learn with us, and then I close my video tag. Control S. Let's see what happens. with this. Okay, so Control S. So let's see what happens. Okay, so all right, so refresh. You see that? There is a control there, so I can easily play. Do refresh again. Okay, so let's check. You said
No?
78. Let's see. The answer is 32 using the right formula.
So
Okay,
do we see that
using the
that
right
works?
formula.
You see the video that works if you
The
want to
answer
increase the length of the video.
is 32.
You look at this. You can view
All
full
right,
screen
so
here by putting the control tag. If you want to increase
let's
the
do
length
this
of the
again.
video,
It
that is
says,
quite easy. Let's
first
try
of
to
all,
increase the length
algorithm
of the video,
progression is
okay?
5.
Let's try to increase the video. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to to do that, let's increase this. So let the width be, let's say 320, and let the height be, let's say 240. Okay, Control S, and always remember to save. You see that? And then we have controls. We have controls. Do you see that? When you put the controls, it comes up like that. This is how to put in your video tag. Do you understand? That's how to put in your video tag. So, okay. So we've learned how about the videos. Let me see. Let me input this here. Let me see. I'm just gonna do this. All right, so I'm going to do this. Videos, then SRC. I put in my controls with first 240. All right. All right. Let's see. Um. All right, so that is how we create our videos. I'm going to close video here, and all right, so yes, that's on it on the videos. So this is where we're going to stop for today. In our next class, we'll be learning how to expand. So your assignment is create a video. I want to see your code, and then I want you to run it properly. And you can submit that in the classroom, or you post it here in the comment section. All right. See you in the next class. Peace out. Bye.